everybody, and welcome to another episode of our FM19 Journeyman. And as you can see from looking at the league table, well, every other team apart from us has played, and if we can win today's game, we will take the top spot back. We dropped it after we lost to Swansea at the end of last episode, but a great opportunity here to reclaim it because our opposition in our first game is bottom of the table, Fulham. So you're not going to get many better chances than that to reclaim the top of the tables. Well, there's just that position, really. Even though it's still early in the season, it's just a nice confidence boost to have it there. It will help us in the January window, make us a more attractive option to other clubs. So, yeah, we need to get that result, and we need to take this spot back, to be honest. Now, there is a lot of teams sort of in and around this zone, sort of from Cardiff upwards, I would say, are all definitely vying it out for this position. Cardiff have dropped off a little bit over the last couple of games, but yes, especially Ipswich, Derby and Blackburn, and us, obviously, are all definitely competing for it. So, well, we need a good result. Now, there are a couple of changes to the side. First of all, Flynn up front for Haryanto, who's been in mixed form. He obviously scored a couple of games ago against Middlesbrough, but he's just been a bit back and forth, and when he's not playing well, it's not only that he's not scoring, he's just completely ineffective on the pitch at everything he does, really. He's not really helping in the build-up, he's not assisting too much, he's just sort of there. So I'm bringing Flynn in for him. He's a really good player, there's no reason not to give him game time. He hasn't started in the league yet all season, which is a bit of an injustice, really. So let's give him a chance out there and let's see what he can do. Doyle Hayes also taking a spot in the centre of midfield. Just dropped Andrade for a game, bringing Doyle Hayes, more experienced player. We need a result, and I think that, that warrants a more experienced player being picked. The only other thing to note is Sam Roscoe still needs a rest. He constantly needs a rest. I don't know why. His fitness and stamina are fine, 15 stamina, 12 natural fitness. I really don't get it. He just is constantly tired for reasons I don't understand. But, well, we'll try our best to accommodate it. He's still having a good season. You can see there the 7.16 average. So let's get stuck in. Let's submit the team. And, well, the bottom of the table, we need to pick up this win against Fulham. It is imperative that we don't drop points in games like this. So here they are then, 4-2-3-1. It's a standard formation, and we should be able to, we shouldn't be caught out. There should be no surprises here. Mason Mount in the attacking midfield position for them is an odd one, still playing apparently, but he's a little bit dropped off, but he's still quite good. He's lost some physicals, but overall his general play there is still very good. So, well, a threatening player to say the least. Now, what even team talk do you give against this? I think we go aggressive and say we owe them. Yes, very good indeed. 8 positive reactions, all of them looking motivated. Can't take that any other way but positively, really. You come into this one in good form while your opponents do not. No, we won't be complacent. We just lost our last game. That's an awful time to ask if we're going to be complacent. Yeah, we'll be the favourites. Sure, they are bottom of the league and we're, well, pushing for the top spot. So if we weren't favourites, I'd be asking questions about who's making those odds. We've got a corner. Gonzalez is going to flick in. They head clear, but we get it back. Reed on the edge of the area. Back to Gonzalez. Flicks into the box. Bayliss tries to go up. Flynn strikes. Reed strikes over the bar. Double shot there. The first one there was an excellent save from their keeper. The second one just needed to be on target, and I honestly think that would have gone in, but, well, our wingers and their finishing has been a recurring problem since we took over at Villa. A throw-in deep in their half. Gustavo to Doyle Hayes. Come on, let's find a good chance. It's still the first half. A good goal here would be, well, very nice. Doyle Hayes flicks into the box. They clear, but we get it back. Reed on the edge of the area, and there we go. Well, our wingers decided to finish that time. Gary Reed, a great shot there, edge of the box, and he just hammered it home straight past the keeper. It wasn't a particularly accurate finish, but the power behind it got the job done. The keeper didn't have time to react. And, yeah, excellent stuff all around. It's just a good strike, really, isn't it? It's just so much power behind it. The assist coming from Chesnikov, not the most common thing either, but definitely take it when it happens. And Gary Reed puts us 1-0 up. Well, half-time, we're 1-0 up and we've been thoroughly dominant. Only a couple of highlights, but the general play has been really in our favour. A couple of yellow cards for us, which is a little bit concerning, but not a major problem, I don't think. So, well, we'll keep things the same. We'll just say that, I don't want to say, I want something, sort of a bit more neutral. Don't get that's risky. Everything to do with that is risky. I'm going to go for it. Okay, it majoritively worked. I didn't just want to be overly positive because we're pushing for promotion and we're beating bottom of the league 1-0. It's not It's not a great result so far, is it? Even though we are in control of the game, I'd like a couple more goals just to secure this. And most importantly, get our goal difference up. It's tight at the top of the table. We need every advantage we can get. Well, they've got a free kick. Mount knocks it forward to Harper. I'd quite like this ball back rather than seeing chances for them. We're forcing them to go backwards, though, putting the pressure on. They do manage to distribute it and maybe try and work something forward. Roberts across to a guy whose name I'm not even going to attempt to pronounce, as they're just knocking it around the centre of the park with relative ease. They play it inside, and Vidanovic is forced to make a good save there. That was kind of sceptical, to be honest. Not great defensively. We did all right with Mount out on the wing, but then once they got it inside, we just looked like a bit lost, to be honest. We had the first shot clear. That was close. Okay, we had the corner clear, but yeah, that second shot, very dangerous. A great save again from Vidanovic, who's absolutely having a very good season. It's going a bit under the radar, so I'm going to keep talking about it. But Mount brings down our defender, but apparently that doesn't matter. So, well, we're just going to keep trying to win the ball back. Fortunately, they're not very good in strike over the bar. This is a bit testy at the start of the second half, and I'm going to make a change. Our midfield's looking a little bit lacklustre, so I'm bringing in Andrade on for Doyle Hayes. Just get a fitter player out there. We just looked a little bit lost there for a couple of minutes. I'm also going to go for McGee for Bayliss. That yellow card's worrying me, as well as on both of our fullbacks. That's not nice, but, well, I've stopped putting fullbacks on the bench because we've got so many outfield players. Realistically, I should probably take Cheltsov off because I never bring him on, but... Oh, I'll be bringing him on now. Never mind. Okay, Cheltsov coming on for Pavel Chesnikov. Couldn't have said that at a worse time, could I? But, well, it's a good job he's there, really, I guess. So we'll bring him on as a ball-winning midfielder on defend. Hopefully that injury isn't too bad. A potential arm injury. That shouldn't be too terrible. Hopefully he can play through that. But this is going to be our final substitution, which I'm not overly a fan of, to be honest. But, well, there's not a lot we can do about it now. Hopefully these last few minutes don't cost us, as they've got a throw-in deep in their own half. Harper forward. Bazaglo? Is that his name? It looks like that. I'll go with it, shall I? We're working it forward anyway. They gave the ball away. Reed cuts inside, strikes, and, well, fortunately, it goes wide. Well-worked chance there, but Reed just sort of hit and hoped, and that wasn't an effective strategy, as they've got a corner. Mount flicks into the box. We had clear the first one, but they've still got the ball. Mount on the right-hand side, flicks in, we clear again, goes back to Mount, and well, Cheltsov seems to get rid of it, and Flynn now on the ball. Can we counter-attack? He flicks it over to Reed. Been an imperative part of our side today, Reed, and well, he's back on the ball again. Plays forward to McGee, back to Reed, inside to Andrade. Plays forward to Flynn, who strikes, and Andy Flynn scores. We give him a start. We give him the 90 minutes, and he rewards us with a goal to double our lead. Flavio Andrade, the substitute, with the assist. And again, Reed was a crucial part of that. I think he was available as an option and played a very good ball across there, straight to Andrade, who found Flynn in so much space. Their defender just decided to come out to Andrade for no reason at all. And then, yeah, it's this bloke here, this one who's just gave a big, what are you doing? Yeah, it's your fault, mate. You just completely bottled that there, but... well, it doubles our lead. I'm not going to complain. It's 22 shots to us compared to their 9. You can see where the leads come from, but 22 shots. It's been relatively highlight-free in my book for that, but it's a decent win. You can't complain too much. At least we're back on to winning ways after that last poor performance. I think it's fairly safe to say. Man of the match, Gary Reed. I said it earlier, but he was crucial to our win today, and it's nice to see him getting recognition for it. So here we are for game number 2, but there is a bit of a problem. Pavel Chesnikov's injury isn't quite as light as I expected it to be. He's out for 2 to 4 weeks with a sprained wrist, or torn wrist ligaments actually, but well, it's not as terrible as it may seem, because coming up after this we do have an international break which eats up 2 of those weeks. But also what happens is Marko Grujic retires, so we don't have one of our backups available during the period where we first need him, which is extremely frustrating, to be honest. At least we're coming up to January and we can bring a player in then, but I wish he was sticking around at least until the start of the window. But never mind, it's not the end of the world. We've got Andrade and Doyle Hayes playing there today, and I'm actually going to switch those around and put Andrade in the advanced playmaker role. Roscoe's still low on fitness, but other than that, everything's sticking the same. So, yeah, Doyle Hayes comes in for Chesnikov, or sorry, Andrade comes in for Chesnikov, and everything else stays the same. So, submit the team. Let's get underway. I want another win. I want another good, confident win. If we can do that, we've got every chance to go ahead and keep the top spot. So, or we definitely will. That's how numbers work. But they come out with a 4-1-4-1. Now, it's a difficult formation to break down at times, but let's go out there and aggressively say we owe West Brom. 4 players liked it. At least it was mostly attacking players. It's tremendous. Oh, of course, it's a local rivalry. I didn't even click on. Yeah, West Brom's a local derby, of course. Well, that just raises the stakes even more. These are a 6th as well, so it's not an easy game as it starts. Well, there's an early highlight here. Doyle Hayes flicks the ball on, but it only goes to them. Vargas is on it. We need to put the pressure on and try and reclaim this, otherwise this is going to go south quickly. Wilson, from very far out, tries an effort. I mean, it just grazes the top of the bar. That was dangerous from there, but these beat us last time as well, didn't they? They knocked us out of the cup in a close game from what I recall. So, well, we've got the revenge on the line as well here, as they've got the ball once again, looking to come forward. Miglaw across to Vargas. We really need to see some highlights in our favour. I'm not liking how much they've got the ball. We just need to look more assertive, as that is a good ball forward, but fortunately they can't get it on target. Again, it feels like we got away with that one, as we do have a throw-in. Doyle Hayes gives it back to Horn. Can he find one into the box? He finds Gonzalez, who heads straight across the goal. And just like that, Jose Luis Gonzalez is able to score his 6th of the season with his head. A very good finish, actually. It went straight past the face of the keeper, who was just helpless to do anything about it. This is a great ball in from Horn as well. Gonzalez does excellently to beat his man, and then just flicks it straight across the goal and over the keeper. Absolutely beautiful stuff. Puts us 1-0 up against our local rivals in a match which could be really crucial. Well, another highlight. Roscoe heads forward their long ball, but they just get the ball back. Andre Horter across to Miglaw. Can we please reclaim this? I don't like how much time they're having on the ball. We're forcing them back quite far, but, well, we're not actually doing too much to actually win the ball back, as Vargas strikes from a long way out. To be fair, if these are the chances we're limiting them to, long-range efforts that don't have much hope of even going on target, it's not too bad, really. We're not doing too bad of a job. Well, at half-time, we've got the lead, and it's a narrow lead, and they've had a lot of shots, but we're not doing too terrible. And like we've said, a lot of their shots are from long distance and haven't even been on target, so it's not terrible. I'm reasonably optimistic at the minute, but I would love a goal just to give us that cushion. You don't want just a one-goal lead at any point, but in a derby, especially, anything could happen. Well, we've got a corner. Gonzalez tries to flick in, but, I mean, that was awful. He scored a goal, but that was a dreadful corner. Miglaw's on it, strikes. Unfortunately, Vodanovic is able to save, and we do get clear. That was an absolutely woeful set piece. Well, they've got a corner of their own. Andre Horter's going to flick in. We do punch clear, but they get the ball back. They strike, and well, Josh Benham puts it into the back of the net. His 2nd goal of the season. That's not nice, to be honest. It was a decent punch by Vodanovic, but it just went straight to them. We didn't really have anyone there competing for it. They nodded down very well. It's a good finish as well. It's a great strike. That's not ideal. Let's make a quick change. We've dropped down into 2nd because of that as well. Not a fan. Bringing on Harry Anto for Flynn, hoping he can change the game up in these last few minutes. Well, last half an hour. It's not really the last few minutes, is it? Let's be fair. Temptations to bring on Kareem Benon as well on the right flank, and I think I'm going to do just that. Make a double switch, and, well, see what we can do as Mikel Bayliss gets brought down injured and is forced off the pitch. Carl McGee going to take his place. That's all 3 substitutions used. Really not a good position to be in. Well, we've got a free kick. Horn is going to step up to take. Flicks it into the box. They head clear, though, and are back on the ball. We're putting the pressure on, but they do manage to get it clear. Austin is on it on the left-hand side, and we're trying to win it back, but, well, we just look lost. We look outnumbered. They've got the ball on the right with crosses available. Roscoe heads clear. Andrade flicks out, and they've still got the ball. We need this ball. We need this ball as they take it forward. Andre Horter back out wide. Go for another cross. Gonzalez blocks it, though, and there we go. We have the ball, finally. This highlight, very drawn out, but so far we seem to be in control, at least for this brief period. We try to play forward to Harrianto, who controls very well. He takes it inside, strikes from a long way out, but their keeper is able to make the save. We need to go more attacking. We really need to push for the 3 points here, and also tell them to show some passion. Let's, it's a derby. We should be fighting for this. We should be really pushing for this win. Well, there's 6 minutes of added time, but so far we're not seeing anything from them. They're just absolutely flying by. They've got 2 injuries in defence, but it's not going to make a difference. It's a 1-1 draw against our local rivals. Now, admittedly, they're doing a decent job this season, but that's poor. That really is poor, especially to concede in such a fashion, a counter-attack like that. It's just disappointing, and honestly, we really should have been extending our lead more than that. I feel we were a bit lacklustre up front. It took an unconventional goal, I think it's fair to say. A header from our winger just in that fashion doesn't seem like a consistent way to score, and I think we are having not major but minor goal scoring issues. At least from a consistent source. We've not got one player who's just banging them in. We've got a lot of players who are contributing quite well, and you'll be able to see it here. I mean, just on the goals scored screen. Obviously, this is all competitions, but you've got Bayliss on 6, Gonzalez on 6, Reed on 4, Flynn on 4, Harrianto on 9, admittedly a fair bit higher, and then a few players on 1s and 2s dotted around, but you get what I mean, right? Like, that isn't one player who you can rely on to score you a goal. It's very much just hoping to do it on the day, which isn't a great position to be in, I'm not going to lie, but well, it's not the end of the world. It really isn't. We're still second in the table, 2 points clear of dropping down to third. Even if Cardiff win their game, we've still got that cushion, but winning there would have put us back on top of the table, and more importantly, 4 points clear of dropping out of the playoffs, which would have been a great position to be in. Unfortunately, it wasn't to be. We did avoid defeat, though. It was only a 1-1. We've got an international break. Hopefully this gives Chesnikov a bit of time to recover, and he can, well, hopefully be back sooner rather than later. It's just all a bit tentative, really. Now, I'm tempted to say we've got a bit of an easier run-in. You know, we've played all of the playoff teams, I think, now, apart from Cardiff, who are still to come. Everyone else is just sort of bottom half mid-table, which we should be able to beat without worry. But, you know, you'd have said the same about Swansea, really, wouldn't you? So we need to stop making silly mistakes and just really assert ourselves on these games. So tomorrow's video will be up at 5:30, or you can subscribe to get that into your feed, and that will contain games against Bury and Nottingham Forest. 2 big games we need to win. So make sure you follow the Discord and join the Twitch. Other way around, follow the Twitter and join the Discord. Links to those are above. And check out everyone in the FM creators over on that way. My camera's mirrored. Yeah, make sure you give them all a look. There's some great content creators in there. So thank you all very much for watching, and I hope you've enjoyed this video. Have a wonderful night, and goodbye.